Hi guys. So I know it has been a really long time and everybody has been desperately waiting for part two. I have had a lot going on. I did film an explanation video. Didn't like how it turned out, so I'm gonna have to redo it. But I did manage to find the book as promised, so I am going to, at the very least, give some of you guys what you have desperately wanted there for a while. I've had a lot of personal shit going on. Part of it is explained in the update video. Which, again, I have to redo and post, but I think I'm going to read a few more pages of this. Then I have part 2 of this book also. And then I found this one also. So I'm gonna try and do some of these as a couple videos. But I know everybody was looking for this one, so I have this in part 2 at the very least. So let me bookmarked it. So here we go. I remember taking classes back in high school, trying to help you choose a career path. I've wanted to be a teacher. I've wanted to be a lawyer. I'm not sure many other things. Oh, nope. And I'm sure many other things. But you see, my mind has permanently changed. Suddenly, I'm going to be a medical administrative assistant, which is not something I've ever thought for myself. I see these things like jobs, something I wake up to every morning and pay the bills, but some people may see these as lifelong careers, waking up every morning happy to go to work and save a life. You see, everyone has that one passion that makes the drive so worth it. My passion is writing. I have always been able to come up with something that'll leave you speechless. I want to write a book that the whole world will understand what true passion means. Whether it gets published or never does, I'm going to write a book about life and how I see it through my eyes, hoping to help some people see life in a way that they never have. I want people to understand, and this is underlined, by the way, you need to always do what you love and be happy doing it. Being young, saying I can't wait till I'm grown up, not knowing what I'm in for, but honestly, it's not that bad. People say it's just bills, bills, and bills, or I'm getting old just to die. I'm guilty of this, but then when I realized that we only live once, that is this what we're here for, to find who we are. I will live through every moment and take every experience. I think will be good for me. For the people who want to judge, I'll always be one step ahead, whether it's my job, whether I move up in the company I now work for, and be happy doing it. I hope everyone would understand it is what I thought was good for me, whether it's about school, whether I keep going, whether I don't even get a job in what I went for years. I hope you understand it's what I believed. Whether it's about friends, if you don't see me with people I used to be with. Don't ask me about them. Just know friends aren't something you need to survive. You aren't here to prove you're good to someone who isn't good to you or good back to you. You are here to be good to you. Whether it's about decisions, failures, accomplishments, dreams, or experiences, they teach you so much about your life than you realize. Some things happen and you'll never know why, but don't dwell too much on that while you're out here living through other people, worrying about how they live their life, whether they're doing life the right way, in quotations, or living life making lots of money or making enough to keep you happy. Or did you get that big house? A big house just to be proven how rich, in quotations, you look, yet there's no love and it's empty. People focus too much on how lives are supposed to look, trying to one-up someone because the other is happy with what they have. They have to get something worth more to show how successful they look. I wish people would understand there's a difference between doing good, doing bad, and doing what makes you happy. I wish people would worry less and be happy more. Yep, I knew it. I was getting ready to skip a page. Alone with my thoughts is always dangerous. I have always been a strong person. I can admit to having my weak moments, some weaker than others, but through the weakness I've found strength. I've learned that through every bad thing that happens, a better, more amazing thing appears. I've grown to be more confident. There were times I was too shy to say how I felt or to stand up for myself. I've learned to get past my childlike stages. I've grown to stay away from any drama that does or does not concern me. To anyone who hates or dislikes me, has them a forgotten soul in my world. For many years, I've dealt with people who didn't like me because either they were jealous of me or wanted something I had, or simply because a friend of theirs didn't like me. I've learned to never stoop down to any of those levels. If you aren't going to like me, the reason better is serious. If you have no valid reason to hate me, you should have no problem with me. I've heard my fair share of "you're ugly" stories, or I wasn't as they seemed. I've learned that everyone is going to have their opinions. Everyone has different views. And just because someone thinks less of me doesn't mean everyone is going to. I will never make myself feel so low thinking everyone thinks the same. Just like if I don't find someone attractive, someone else will. It happens and life goes on. I will never change the way I look for someone. I will just find someone who thinks I'm flawless. Over the years, I've noticed all these things, and it made me a stronger person, because these things were some of my biggest downfalls. I've let people get to me. I've let them define me, and most importantly, hurt me, not physically, but emotionally. I have grown up in a world where there are not many people to trust because no one truly cares for you. You'll be lucky to get two close friends. Friends come and go. They become strangers, and strangers become our best friends. The process keeps repeating until you learn who your real friends are. The friends you know are real are the ones who will support you through things they disagree on themselves. The best advice I have: choose wisely and trust less. I used to talk about my problems a lot to ones I thought would be around forever, but they're nowhere close now. Friendships ended, and life went on. I grew the love of expressing myself through writing, a friend that can't judge or misunderstand me. I have learned that I can be my only friend. How many times can someone really put up all my troubles until they don't care to hear them? I've distanced myself a lot. I'm almost to the point where it's just me. I am indeed a hopeless romantic. I go by the term always follow your heart and do nothing less. I believe that whatever my heart says is true. I have always wanted the perfect relationship, but I also understood perfect didn't exist. I settle for two people loving each other unconditionally, caring more than they care for themselves. Being in love was always something I wanted to fall into. My heart is big and caring for someone. My heart is big and caring for someone was something I was always missing. I was always the single girl giving relationship advice. But the thing is, I was always right. Then I fell in love. Being in love is such a beautiful feeling, a feeling that keeps you happy. But let me tell you, the feeling doesn't last. Forever doesn't exist. I'm tired of making myself believe things aren't true. I have put up with wanting to find love for so long that when I finally find it, it doesn't want me back. Love is real. People make it painful and hard. Love is kind, but it isn't for everyone. I've learned to use my heart less. I've learned to not keep my hopes up until they get crushed. Promises are broken every day. I no longer believe in love, or at least the love I thought was real, only because the future I planned out was shorter than I thought. No one should ever give up, but always keep your guard up, because heartbreak is real. That one hit. I'm still so unsure of the point of life. I'm not sure of anything that happens in it, but I've accepted the fact that everything happens for a reason, and that's helped me get through each day. When I make mistakes, I learn from them and never regret them. I've learned that sometimes all I'll ever be left are memories, and whether I like it or not, I'm never going to have to deal with it. Never cry over the past while you can make your future so much brighter. Fewer tears, more smiles. It's hard to let go of decisions. It's hard to let go of decisions past that you never knew what they could have made. But it's even harder to make them and have to let them go. I won't stop making decisions. I will think harder about the ones I choose to make. There are so many lessons to learn about life, and I haven't covered them all. With time, I know I'll learn more and become stronger each day when I start to understand. I will continue to follow my dreams and do nothing but achieve what makes me happy. I will be the person I am. If someone doesn't like me, they can forget me. I don't need anyone. Until someone can love me the way I want to be loved, I refuse to give my heart away. I won't let anything break me. Every obstacle I face, I will get through no matter how long it takes. Being happy with myself is key to it all. I will no longer cry over what's not mine and instead be happy for the things that I have. God took people and things out of my life for a reason. I will accept any challenge. I will prove I am who I am. I can truly say I'm an amazing person. Far from perfect, but I'm honest, caring, and strong. Not many people can say they deserve the best, because we all accept the things we think, in quotations, we deserve. Life's too short of understanding. It's also too short to analyze. Don't spend too much time on something you may know might never last. But don't give up on something if you believe in your heart is real. Accept the fact that people change, things change, and nothing stays the same. Sometimes you need to let go. So many people don't know who they are, but for me, I've grown to understand myself. I usually call them like I see them. Too bad I was blind when it came to you. So many people ask me, what's wrong? I respond with, I don't know. They say there's no such thing as not knowing, as if they never once felt alone. I find it funny how people never understand your happiness, yet when you're sad, they want you happy. Except that happiness relies on yourself, not based on someone else. The key to true happiness is believing in yourself. I would love to dedicate this. Oh, this is for the author, from the author, but I'm going to go ahead and read it anyways. I would love to dedicate this to the love of my life, even though sometimes things aren't right. He watched me fall with no intentions of catching me, so he left me. Wait, okay, hold on. I'm just going to show. This is the quotations I was talking about. But then I guess the book continues after quotations, so I don't know what the case is there. But besides the point. He watched me fall with no intentions of catching me, so he left. He watched me break. Never would he claim he did this to me. We all make mistakes. At least own up to the ones you make. He watched me crash with intentions of fixing me. Only with words that were overplayed. He watched me love him while he was only selfish with his love. Okay, this is going to end up hitting harder than I thought. Okay. He watched me hurt while I died a little inside every time, but he never fully felt my pain. He watched me try, but never did he. I watched him leave as he promised me he wouldn't. I watched him change. It all makes me think I miss the person he used to be. Sometimes it lasts in love. You couldn't have said it any better. Then nothing ever lasts. That forever seems to always come to an end. Why am I to blame? Because I thought this is it? This was it? How do I get blamed for loving more than I should? They were right to say nothing ever lasts. When our time's up, our heart only ends up broken. Isn't it crazy to think that maybe something could last forever? I've always been crazy to believe love lasts. I'm being punished for believing. Better yet, for caring. They said where the heart is where there's love. So I guess that's where we went wrong, because you never had a heart in the first place. Too many times I've tried just to fail every time. The worst part about getting to know someone is falling for them, and they have no intentions of falling too. Two different wishes, neither come true. I thought you wanted this. You thought I wanted that. You could tell the page we're on isn't the same, and I don't know how it got this way. Too soon to break your heart, but you already feel broken. I've been mistaken for a fool, only a fool for you. We have all this time. I could be wrong. I mean, I always am. Alone at last. Here I am. Free write. The patience, the time I put into every heartbreaking decision reminds me so I'll never forget. Knowing I could have done something different, but you never truly know until the end. When a new person comes along, I pretend new struggles also arrive, but they're the same heartbreaking struggles I was left with initially. I look to the left and no one is there. Look right, no sign there. Swore they'd always be right beside me. Being alone isn't fun. The happiness never seemed to stay strong. I've tried, but to be happy has been a long run. I can't keep up. Time doesn't wait for you. Don't wait for your time. It could easily pass you by. I wasted so much time on the person I thought was best. Now I'm stuck between wanting what's best and wanting what comes next. It feels like a huge part of me is missing because time doesn't stop because I want you. Time isn't going to wait for me. Wasting time isn't healthy. Fill me up with disappointment, trying not to get my hopes up, loving you so much. I forget how much I love who I am, because when I'm with you, all I know is us. Time doesn't wait, so why wait for it? I have a whole life to live with or without you, because time doesn't wait for us. Because in time, those feelings will be lost. We'll be stuck with memories, which kills me. I love you, but you just want time. But baby, time won't make you love me. Time doesn't wait. Time can't make you feel the same way. All we have is now. Tell me how much it means, because if we wait for that perfect moment, it'll pass us. Time shouldn't have anything on us. We should be one, knowing time didn't stop us. I think I'm going to end part 2 there. Right up to page 55. We left off on 35. I'm going to end part 2 there, and I will go ahead and try and record part 3 and get that uploaded also, but I wanted to get part 2 started and up for you guys. I also need to figure out something because my first is right here and he's moving a lot and I'm not trying to wake him. So, yeah, but thank you guys so much. I am, again, so sorry for everything. Like I said, I'll have an explanation video up soon. But I will get part 3 made and up as soon as possible. Thank you all so much. And I hope that you guys have a great day, great night, whatever the case is for you. And I will see you guys in a bit.